I wish that it could be any other way. Hello. Hi and welcome, folks. My name is RPJ, and this is the RPJ Show. How are you? How you doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Me, I am swell. I will apologize for the camera. I've been playing with the camera all day. This isn't the camera I wanted to use. But, sometimes the microphone don't want to work with the other camera because the other camera is really, top-notch, high-quality, high-grade. It's a great camera. It's actually now the microphone that I'm using. I'm using the microphone from that camera because that microphone, I think, is superior to the other microphone. Now I will have to do a taste test, make sure it is. I think. Uh-oh, sounds choppy. Sounds choppy. It sounds like crap. All right, let's change the microphone. Change the microphone. Sounds. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what this one says. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's better, lower, not choppy. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to have to be good enough. If I wasn't having a phone caller as my guest, I would have used the camera. So what can I use the camera now? Maybe I could still use the camera. Let's find out. Let's see. All right, we'll try using this camera. Let's see if this one will be good enough for just the visual. Yes, I am wearing pants. Wearing suit pants today. Wait a minute. The only oh yeah. I think I can use it. All right, save it and let's see what happens. It's not coming on, is it? Oh, maybe I got the wrong one on. Yes, I have the wrong one on. Forgive me, folks. I am still only a novice at this. All right, how we sound, how we look. How come I don't see anything? How come I'm in the dark? Why am I in the dark? What's going on here? Why am I in the dark? Why is my camera over my head? I don't understand, Mike. Why don't you just work? Why are you in the dark? Do I have to press a button? You know what? I'll try working it out in the commercial break. The show must go on. I don't know why I'm in the dark. Ain't doing a goddamn thing right. Anyway, we'll go back to where I had it before, and then I'll try it again. I've been playing with this all day long. I've been playing with all types of technology all day long. So I'm going to go back to this one for now because I don't know why things don't want to work perfectly the way I want them to work. Anyway, folks, my name is RPJ. This is the RPJ Show. Tonight's show, I will have a young lady on who is very talented, a leader in her field of empowering women. Her name's Alexyss K. Tylor. I'm going to have a show momentarily after a few words from myself. I want to apologize to the audience for my conduct yesterday. It wasn't something that is becoming. It's not something that I am proud of. I have absolutely no hostilities against anyone, and that's the truth. I'm not upset. I'm not bothered. I understand. I've always understood. And, you know, life happens. I just don't want to shortchange my audience to thinking that that's the kind of thing that they can expect on my show, because it's not. I'm a good dude trying to do the best I can. I never claimed to be rich. I never claimed to be handsome or smart, but I do claim to be a great man or a very good man. So I do the best I can with what I have. Is the chat room open? I have no idea. I'm not even looking at chat room right now. So I hope you guys forgive me. I take nothing I said back. I take nothing I said yesterday back. It's just not something that I do on a normal basis. Despite sometimes dealing with a situation of ratchetness itself, I'm not into that type of deal. That's not where I want to go. Okay. And welcome to the show, blah, or Mrs. Black Thorn Romeo, or maybe you don't want that being mentioned. I'm not sure. So I do appreciate you guys sticking in with me. As you guys have noticed, I've been doing more news-oriented stuff, trying to get myself news-oriented, doing more topics. I've always done topics from mental illness to serial killers, well, not serial killers, killers, but they actually are serial killers in a couple cases. Talk about the topic. I even talk about the situations of shootings, and there is more stuff that I like to show you in the upcoming days. So as you guys know, I rather build my platform with the 4 or 5 people or 10 or 20 people the right way. I want to have some credibility. Of course, there will be those who think the things that are being heard and said about yours truly is the end-all be-all. I have no interest in refuting anything anyone has to say, because then I might as well make that my job here. Like, hey, let me get online now and refute everything that's ever said about me anywhere, everywhere, my entire life. So that's not something that I'm going to do. I'm proud of who I am. I'm awesome. I'm an awesome dude. I'm a great friend, son, father, grandfather, boyfriend, lover, husband. Because I try. I have effort. And when I don't try, that means I don't care. So I do apologize for the camera, and I apologize for my performance yesterday. I take none of it back. I just don't want you guys to think that that's what you're going to expect here. Credibility means a lot here. It means a lot to me. I don't know if it means a lot here, but it means a lot to me. Sorry, folks. It's only 90 degrees here, and I got a jacket on, blazing fan in the back, and I'm all suited up from pants to shirt, tie, and jacket. And I smell good too. I wish you guys would scratch and smell me right now, and you would say, "Oh my God, that RPJ smells so awesome." All right, folks. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna bring on the the lovely and talented Alexyss K. Tylor onto the show. Before I start playing clips. Jimmy Careless says, "I hope you mean it, because these false friendships you have made to go against Jamila will continue to backfire on you." I get what you're saying. I didn't make any false friendships to go after anyone. So I disagree with that, but I get what you're saying. Overall, everything can ultimately come back on me. I broke up with a young, we were just dating, so I can't even call it a breakup. You're still cool with me, Jimmy. I don't even know, Jimmy, you and I are still cool, unless people are telling you that we're not. We've talked many times anyway on the phone, but yeah, we're still cool. And you're gonna be cool with me until you don't want to be cool with me anymore. So that's why you and I will always be cool in the gang. I think we understand each other as men. So right now, I'm going to bring on the lovely and talented Alexyss K. Tylor. And then I'll play a couple clips, and we'll get into it. I might have to turn the stand off. I don't know where the microphone is at exactly. I'll make sure you guys be able to hear her. Hello, Alexyss. Okay, we're about to go on. You're ready? Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, noise gone. Okay, that was me. That was me making that noise in my mouth. All right, folks. All right, folks. On the phone, we have the lovely and talented Alexyss K. Tylor. Before she starts speaking, I'm going to play a clip of Alexyss K. Tylor, daughter of Jackie Wilson. So where's my cursor at? Let me play a clip here of, hold on. Let me see if I can do a screen. I forgot. Let me do a screen share real quick. Even though this is not her video per se, I am going to play it nonetheless, because it's a great demonstration of the woman's talents and abilities. So I want you guys to check her out right now.
Welcome back to more of the Alexyss K. Tylor, Vagina Power Show. Some women got pussy so damn wide open they can't close back.
Yeah, I don't like them
unless they go get them sewed back up and get a damn pussy tightening of their vagina rejuvenation operation.
Pussy exercises.
Some of these pussies, Kegel exercises is not gonna help them.
It disrupts you.
They done had a dick come up in the pussy and bust it open and fall out of them like they just had a damn 8 or 9 pound baby. Pussy exercise is not gonna fuck with them.
It ain't gonna help it conform that to the standards.
See a plastic and reconstructive surgeon.
So they got to reconstruct
to slice and cut that shit.
I don't want no pussy
that you would not think was gay. Told my friend, and he said he bypassed it. So I'm like, damn, they are out there actually offering the dick up, negotiating some kind of fee, or actually like a damn handicap basket case, man. Whatever you can scrounge up. I guess they got a little basket in their pocket or something, where they holding up with a sign saying that they will suck a dick up to their hiccup for a fee, or just a piece of bread, a sandwich or something. See, it's gotten to that point. This boy told me to tell y'all need to wash under y'all damn nuts. And that y'all ass stink. And y'all need to get this together before y'all bring y'all dick and nuts to go over there and go up in his butt and go to his house. We'll be back with more Ask Alexyss. Lord, I didn't know it was like this. Nigga ass stinking off the damn chain. And y'all talking about women stink, pussy stink. Boy, this boy that said y'all ass is motherfucking fuming. Do you hear me? Tighten that shit up. Don't go back over that boy house with your nuts and shit all like that. Go up that boy butt.
We're talking to a young man throughout the night, last night. He sent me a question, and the question is a little something like this here. Girl, I wish you had one of them damn bottles of wine open, because I really need to sip on some wine. When I just repeat this shit, you got some, oh, girl, I'm gonna get a little drink, and I'm gonna sip on this motherfucker while I repeat this shit to y'all, because y'all women got to hear this shit here, because some of these boys, they tell me, is using their boy pussy better than yours, fucking your man better than you fucking them with they pussy right here, what they call it, mangina?
Tushy power.
Oh, no, pull me one up, I'll be back. I got to drink a little something on this shit, because they
Okay. That's clips of Alexyss K. Tylor, the best of Alexyss K. Tylor, Vagina Power. Alexyss, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for playing my clips. Yeah, that's my original vintage stuff. It's still viral.
Absolutely. And when I was doing a little research before the show, I was actually seeing so many of videos of you with so many views on it. It's like, wow, even I was amazed, because I didn't do a lot of research on how expansive your viewership was. So I was really pleased to see that.
Yeah, they still want me to come back, so I'm gonna come back soon with your help.
A lot of people don't realize or don't know, even still, that you are not only a founder of Vagina Power and empowering women, but you also happen to be the daughter of the legendary singer Jackie Wilson. And I'd like to play the audience a little clip of a little bit of your talents. And
yeah, because now I'm working on it. Took me this long to finally, admit that and come out and start to work on his music. And I didn't look at St. Teresa again until last night, and I see people have still been going over to my page, RPJ, listening to my remake of my dad, Jackie Wilson's song, St. Teresa of the Roses, from 1956. And they keep going over there, showing me a lot of love. I got a lot of thumbs up on it. I'm getting a lot of shit still, and people are putting their comments there. I don't know if you actually read some of the comments. As recently as last night, I did a reading, because I do spiritual readings as well, on a lady, and then she's like, I just want to tell you before we finish the reading, you look just like your daddy. I mean, exactly like your daddy. I said, thank you. Did you know I sang? And she said, no. And I sent her my version. I said, you got to listen to those, because that's what a lot of people did behind my back. They would listen to me singing RPJ. And of course, I knew this is normal, it's natural. Then they go listen to my dad sing St. Teresa, so they can compare to see if they can notice similarities. And they were shocked, because she's like, you have your dad's tone, you have your dad's cadence, and the bravado, and you can see other people saying that underneath it. So now that the people have heard my first try and singing my father's song, St. Teresa, and they're asking for more, that's what I needed to give me the confidence and go ahead and finish working on it. So it'll be new music soon.
Okay, well, I certainly enjoyed it, and I know how talented you are. We're going to play a little bit of it right now.
Bitch, get out my face. I got that JW in my bag, swag. Bitch, get out my face.
Not that one.
No.
Not that one?
No, because I wanted to St. Teresa, because it wasn't, unless you're going to, play both. Like Night, that's not the full song. It was just going to be playing around like a little sample of Night, unless you're going to play him singing Night and me singing Night. Because I think people need to hear both of us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't do my work on that one all the way on that one yet. So let me go.
It's on YouTube. The songs that I'm remaking of his is like St. Teresa's on YouTube. Right. So if you want to play some of me singing St. Teresa and then some of him, I just think it's good to give the audience, you see what I'm saying?
I copy.
The depth, and let them compare and give their opinion.
Okay, that's good. You know what? We'll do both right now. Here we go.
Daddy, be with me. Daddy,
I need you. Daddy, please don't leave me. Say, Teresa of the roses, I will come to you each night, neath the altar in the chapel. I will pray by candlelight. Say, Teresa of the roses, won't you kindly hear my prayer? Give your blessings to my sweetheart and the love that we both share. Won't you guide us and protect us through the years that lie ahead? Won't you fill our hearts with sunshine on the day that we are wed? You're the little flower of heaven, guiding all who come to you. Say, Teresa of the roses, I know you'll make my prayer come true. You're the little flower of heaven, guiding all who come to you. Say, Teresa of the roses, I know you'll make my prayer come true.
Now, would you please play him singing St. Teresa? It's on YouTube. It's so beautiful.
Absolutely will. That was very beautiful, by the way. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, this obviously you have tons of talent. I was just so amazed because of what we're going to get into a little later on, how well that came out. So I'm going to play a little bit of your father's right now.
Yay!
Hopefully,
Starbucks.
Not too long of a commercial. That's a good thing I'm not getting paid for this.
Saint Teresa of the roses, I will come to you each night, near the altar in the chapel. I will pray by candlelight. Saint Teresa of the roses, won't you kindly hear my prayer? Give your blessings to my sweetheart and the love that we both share. Won't you guide us and protect us through the years that lie ahead? Won't you fill our hearts with sunshine on the day that we are wed? You're the little flower of heaven, guiding all who come to you. come true. You're the little flower of heaven, guiding all who come to you. Saint Teresa of the Roses, I know you'll make my prayer come true.
Thank you, RPJ.
That was beautiful. That was bringing some class to my little show. So I thank you and your fathers. Oh, that was an awesome performance. And it's uncanny how great you sound and how much you sound and look like your father.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you, could you notice some of similarities in his voice and my voice, even though I'm a girl?
When he was singing, I was doing something behind something, and I say, "Oh wow, Alexyss sounds good with the music on her voice." Oh wait a minute, that's not Alexyss. That's right. Yeah. So that sounded so. Obviously, you look alike and you sound alike. That is very clear. That's not me blowing smoke up your beautiful behind. That is.
I just wanted your fans to give their opinion, like to hear both. Now you see why it sounded so classy and the way you did it, to let them hear both and to give their feedback. Because I realized when I put the songs out, I had never done any public singing. Hadn't been trained. I taught myself to sing my father's songs, so I knew I had to get a thick skin. If people say, you know what, I hate it, I had to be prepared. So I'm open to your fans, if they don't like it, because I had a few people saying that they didn't like it.
No,
I sing it like my father, but overall, I have more people that like it and want more of me singing my father's music. So I'm open to your fans' feedback. They don't have to like it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to stop me. I need to be able to take constructive criticism.
They say, powerful voice indeed. Oh my God, yes, it's in the DNA. They kind of sound alike when they sing. When it first came on, when he first came on, it sounded like her, and I agree. Like I said, I was writing something down here, and I forgot. I said, "Wow, you sound really good with the music." And then I said, "Oh, wait a minute, that's not her. She didn't have music on her." So it's amazing how some talents and looks are just passed down to certain people within the family, and not others. But that's a whole nother story, as you know, you and I know very well.
The drama with that, yeah. So I had something to prove, and that's another reason why I wanted to do it, and really wanted to do my best, because I knew that I was going to be under a microscope, and me saying to my father, and the family couldn't dispute it because I look so much like him. But then on top of it, I'm saying, well, yeah, I can sing. And then they're like, yeah, okay. And then to come out, I know the pressure with it, and I know I was going to be critiqued and checked by him and his voice and what he says and how he says it. And then when I put it out there, they haven't publicly denied me, but it's still the shock. But I'm still ostracized by them. But I think too, RPJ is like the shock of it, like never knowing me, never hearing of me, and then I come out and then look like him, like you said, and then I have my dad's tone, I have my dad's bravado. It's too much for them to take. The public loves it, but then the family has rejected me.
Now, there can be within families, and even like you just said, the shock of it all. But even within families, there are jealousies within families, and it happens all the time. So when they see someone who, you clearly look so much like your father, and you obviously look like him. And plus, now you know, now they know you can sing as well as your father. That's me saying that. There could be that jealousy as well on top of just a shock.
Oh no, the family acknowledged that too. When they heard me, they said, "You sound just like Dad." They didn't say I didn't. And they were shocked by it. And even some of my father's friends, they're still alive, and actually saw him sing, hung out with him, practiced with him. I said, "Would you please listen to this? Since you actually knew him and you were around him and you ate with him, you saw him at his best, you saw him at his worst. You heard him practice, you lived with him, you ate with him, you traveled with him. I need your opinion. If you say that it sounds like him, it means a lot to me. If you say it doesn't, it also means a lot to me." And his friends, male and female, heard it, and they were like, "Oh my God, you are his child."
Yeah, no, that's definitely. And we'll come back to the vagina power conversation that you and I are going to have. But it's amazing how well you sounded, and unfortunately, you did it a cappella, and that leads us.
I didn't have music. He wouldn't give me my music.
Well, that leads us back to where we were going to go here. We're going to talk about that music producer, quote unquote music producer, who again, as people don't know, they didn't hear it the last time that you were on, kind of stitched you out of money. So I want you to remind the audience, as they are a new audience, and tell them the situation at hand.
Yeah, in April, I knew a man in Detroit who grew up in Detroit where my father grew up, and my father, was friends with Berry Gordy, the creator, founder of Motown, and they became friends, and Berry Gordy helped my father get started. So he was born and raised in Detroit and started in Motown with Berry Gordy. So I was looking for people to work with in Detroit because I was told that I didn't want to work with just anybody producing my father's music and recreating the music. And when I spoke to a man that I knew in Detroit, and I told him who I was, because he's like, "Wow, all this time I didn't know that was your father." I said, "Can you help me?" And he happened to have a band, be a producer, and have his own studio. And so he tried to help me some. He actually created a track for me. And then he said, "Well, I can't really help you as much unless you can start coming up here, and we do work here, and I can't come to Atlanta. So why don't I find somebody for you in Atlanta? I know one of my friends that grew up around me, my son's age, and he works with Grammy Award-winning artists and producers, and he doesn't just work with anybody, and he doesn't work with amateurs. You have to be referred to him because he's so exclusive. He only deals with multi-million-dollar producers and singers and rappers. So he may work with you since you're an amateur, you're just starting off. If I tell him, once he sees you and I tell him Jackie Wilson is your father, and he sees how much you look like him, this is an historic project that we're working on, and he'll probably want to do it." I said, "Okay," he's just bigging this guy up, and this guy doesn't even talk to regular singers, he doesn't even talk to amateurs. So he tell him about me. The guy called me. Jerron Anthony Monk called me, and then he has this air like I am so special, and I only work with multi-millionaires, and I get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to work with Grammy Award-winning artists, and then start naming big artists that he claims he's friends with, and he gets flown in to work with. He's specially requested out of all of the producers in Atlanta and nationwide and worldwide. He gets flown in and gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to work with him. That's what he's saying. And I don't work with amateurs. And I'm like, okay. And I'm excited because I'm thinking this guy is what he said and what the older man said that referred me to him. And I'm like, look, you know, I haven't had any lessons. I haven't been trained, but I study every day. I sing my dad's songs every day. I train. I even have a vocal coach. I'm really, really serious about doing my father's music. I love my father. I love his work, and I work really hard before we get to the studio. I already know the song. I already know how to sing it. And he was like, yeah, whatever. You know, that's how good. Sure, but I don't really deal with amateurs. So you look like your dad. I'll give that to you. So that's the only reason why I'm on the phone, because my friend that I trust referred you, and you look like Jackie Wilson. But do you sing like Jackie Wilson? Because if you don't sing like him, I'm not fucking with you. And I said, okay, well, can we set up a time to come in the studio? Oh, no. You ain't meeting me. You ain't getting close to me. You know, I don't know you like that. No. You're going to have to audition for me on the phone, because, you know, I don't have time for bullshit, and I've dealt with people that talk all this talking names about shit. So you're going to have to sing on the phone. And if you sound like your father, then I'll schedule an appointment to meet with you. So I turned on St. Teresa. I said, hold on, let me turn it low. I'm going to sing with my father. I like to sing with him. I sang to RPJ. Well, I sang the whole song, or half of it, and then I stopped, and he was quiet, and I said, hello, are you there? He was like, oh my God, you sound just like your dad. Yeah, I want to work with you. I would love to meet you. This will be historic. This would be a wonderful thing to do. Can we meet next week? And I was like, no, you know, that's too soon. I really want to practice more. And he's like, well, you know, I can. And he kept calling me every day. He seemed like a really nice person. Being very open, very personable. We would talk hours, but I still wasn't sure. So this is like from April, May, June. I said, let me practice some more, because I'm a little nervous, since I've never sang in front of everybody before. And you know, I know how heavy it is doing my dad's work, and I knew everybody was going to put me under the microscope and scrutinize me. So I was just nervous. I said, let me practice. So it took from like April, so I finally met him in July, because it was close to my dad's birthday, and I wanted to have the song ready. So before then, he was like, well, I can come to your house. I said, no, my friend would not like that. I don't have men running in and out of my house. So, you know, I have a mobile studio. I was like, no, I don't need no drama. I don't run men in and out of my house. So when I get comfortable, I'll let you know. So I got my friend, my male friend, to go with me to be a witness, because I've been through so much drama in the past, RPJ, with men and women, and people lying, just pretending to be something that they're not.
Of course. Yeah.
A witness with me. And the first day we got there, and that's what everybody is saying to me, which is what you said. They said, and I was just telling my grandmother about it tonight, and that we were going to do a second show about it, and she said, you know what, if I would have saw what you saw the first day, I would have told my friend to let's go. Because when I went and I told it, I didn't know the studio. He did not tell me that it was a studio inside of an old raggedy house in an old ran-down subdivision in a basement that was raggedy, unfinished, no sheetrock on the wall, just the metal, the wooden beams exposed. It was hot in there, and you can smell the water. It was
the mildew.
Moldy. It was very damp. And him and his friends are drinking like them monster size, real king size beer that are like them junkie beers, like that are real wide around in a can, and a tall ass king size ass can. And they smoking reefer, passing the reefer. And my grandma said, you should have turned around. And I said, yeah, I know, Mama, but I was referred, by his friend, referred by him. They're all famous guys. The Grammy, work with Grammy.
Right, you came with good references. Yeah, you came with a lot of good. You came with a lot of good references.
And I knew I had been in the studio with my son a lot. He's a rapper, and whenever it's a whole bunch of men in the studio, it's mostly men in studios. It's not women in there. That's not the first time I've been to a studio and took my son. They all getting flamed up. It's like he's so fucking smoky, you can't see. Whether it's young boys or older men. I've even been in the studio when I was taking my son to record his music over the past couple of years. It was older men that owned the studio, RPJ, and they were offering my son blunt and reefer, like, I want to try this young blood. And I'm looking at him like, why do you have to do this? I mean, we're in his, you practice, let's go. And a lot of the men say the young men say they like to smoke the reefer because it opens their ethers. It makes them very relaxed. It puts their defenses down, and they can rap better. Like more things come to them, and they drink. So I know that's common. That's just how it goes when it's full of men. However, he didn't tell me that he was a smoker and a drinker, and I don't smoke and drink. I don't smoke weed. I don't have to. Like people have said, because I'm so high energy on camera, are you on something? I'm like, I don't need to be on anything. I basically know how to turn it on. I'm a performer. Just like my father, I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. When it's time, when the camera comes on, I know how to do what I got to do. I don't have to go snort coke or take a drink or smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's just naturally in me, and I couldn't understand why my son would do that. I would see them trying to lure him in. It's like it's an initiation, and if you don't do it, something's wrong with you. But I'm a woman, and I'm not on that level. So when I get in there, he's doing it. It's like 3 other niggas in there with him, like younger guys that look like they were surrounding him and looking up to him. And I'm like, wait, whoa, we ain't doing this. Because I can't breathe. You know, my sinuses are very sensitive. My body is very sensitive. I keep my body cleaned out. I cannot sing and inhale that shit. You're going to have to air it out in here. You have to put that shit out or we're leaving. You got to stop the drinking because I don't want to do business with an engineer that is engineering something so important and so special for me, and you're fucking drunk and high. Right. So he didn't argue, but I'm still thinking in my mind, like, and then I'm looking, I said, you know, and I pulled him to the side and didn't say it in front of anybody. I said, you know, the fuck, I said, and I'm sweating because I sweat really easily. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's hot down here. Where's the air conditioner? Oh, the air conditioner's upstairs. So the family, the man that owns the house, supposed to be the owner of a record label, RPJ. So he rents the studio out downstairs to different guys that want to use it. And like, well, he has the kids and the wife upstairs, so it's cold up there. But I mean, it's like in the summertime in Atlanta, it's hot and muggy down here, and it's fucking almost 90 degrees. And we down there in a hot rock, and they're smoking and drinking. No air conditioner access in the basement from upstairs. No decent air circulating. So he goes up and gets an old raggedy ass 1974 box fan. That's just the blades like raggedy on them, so it's as high as he turns it up, it's blowing low and the air is hot.
Right.
So I mean, more hot, muggy air. And I said, if you told me this, I would have never came over there. You should have this closed. That this is where you were inviting us to, because we cannot get work done in here. I'm sweating. My clothes are wet. It's damp in here. It's hot in here and very, very humid. And it's hard to breathe. And he just looked at the ground.
Well,
after that, we didn't have that problem. You didn't do it anymore. When I came back like a few days later, it was clean. It was cooler. It was more circulating. The guys weren't there. There was no drinking. There was no smoking. And I wanted to do, we did St. Teresa the first time, and he was telling me, don't use the guy's music that had made it for me in Detroit, and he started trashing the guy. And he's like, well, you need to work with me. I'm the best. I know all the artists. Everybody respects me. I have all the connections. Let me redo your father's music for St. Teresa. And then he redid it. He's like, I'm sharper. I'm more creative than him. Mine sounds much better than him. You need to use my track. For RPJ, I'm willing to buy the track because I bought the track from the guy in Detroit. He wouldn't give me a price to sell me the track, nor would he email me the track to practice it. And he's like, well, you can only listen to it while you're in the studio, and you're going to have to hurry. RPJ, that's impossible. I don't know if you know how it is to be in the studio to record. Okay, but you're already paying for studio time. So you only have an amount of time, whatever you pay for, to record. So you're supposed to already have your song down. You're supposed to know it and be ready to go. Unless some people don't, but then they sit in the RPJ for hours just fucking around, wasting time, re-recording. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, start that over. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't do that. When you heard me sing St. Teresa, that was one take. And that was about, 10 minutes? Like relaxing, because when I'm in there, I had practiced it for so long. The first part of this year, And every time I go in the studio, I already know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my money. So when it's ready to go in there, I already know what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it. I already know the song. But he wouldn't give me the music and then told me, well, you're going to have to learn it while you're here. You can only listen to it while you're here. Okay, that shit sounds crazy. No reputable producer that makes tracks and that either leases tracks to you or sells tracks to you would refuse to email the track, RPJ, so that I can sing and get in sync to the music. So that when I get in there, I know the music, I know where it pauses, I know where it starts, I know everything flows, so that when we record, we don't do a lot of tape. We get it done. So I knew then there was something shady, there was something some kind of game that you're playing where you don't want to give it a track. And my friend was sitting there listening to this and watching this. He's telling me, hurry up. And then I'm singing the song, RPJ, the way my father sang it. And he was like, we're going to make some changes to that. No, you don't go up right there. You go down right there. Okay, wait a minute. You pause right here. Okay, you're going to pause right here. And then you're going to jump in. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm supposed to sit there and do that. The first time I hear the song, I'm in the studio, I'm trying to record it, and you put the music there and saying, okay, you got to hurry up and learn it within the next few minutes because you can't get it emailed and you can't take it with you on a disc. So you're going to have to try to learn it real quick and then jump in the booth. So when I tried to do that, my voice wasn't syncing to the music. I was off by a couple of seconds because I had never heard it. And then he's saying, well, speak that up. And I'm just feeling like, you know what, this is ridiculous for somebody, a professional, even try to do this to another person.
You would think that he would already know that even if you were already a world talent and have been doing this for many, many years, that he would want to be more working with you, more in concert with you, instead of just throwing out all his ideas. I mean, he's only part of the situation. You are part of that situation as well. Like, you have an idea what it was, and you don't know exactly. I mean, you're not a seasoned veteran at this, and
no, it has nothing to do with it. Even seasoned veterans don't work like that unless you're doing a freestyle. Now, if you let someone hear something they never heard before and be like, hey, Alexyss, go jump on the mic. Let's see what we can come up with. Even veterans don't work like that.
Right.
I know veterans that grew up around my father, and even them, they have to take time where they're not talking to anybody. If they get ready to go on tour to sing, they have to listen to all of their music, learn all of their music, and then sing to the music. And these people are in their 60s. So they've been singing since they were kids, and even they don't fucking do that.
This man's name is Johnathan Monk. He's supposedly a music producer, but we're gonna get more into him. I showed a little bit of his Facebook page and the screen share as you were talking, Alexyss. So, with that being a bad situation the first time around, but he does come highly reputable. And I want a lot of people to understand that, you didn't find them out of a phone book. You find them through great references.
I didn't want to do that because I had already had bad experiences with black producers down here in these studios that they have around town, especially when you're dealing with rappers. There's a lot of these niggas, and I know you don't like them. I'm sorry, these are niggas. These are not black businessmen that have proof. The studios that you go to where T.I. and Ludacris and all them go to, okay, there's proof that they go there because you see pictures of them on the wall and you see the owner who's been around for years and owned the studios for years, and you see them with the owners and you hear these artists talking about that's where they go. It's more expensive there, but I've never heard And my son even went there. I never heard of anybody. Regular people can go there as well. You can pay the fee. Nobody's been fucked at those more reputable studios where the celebrities in Atlanta go RPJs, the real rappers and singers. And they don't go to J. Anthony Monk. They don't talk about him. I never heard any of them call his name. All the people he claims he know, I never heard them mention him. I've never seen him photographed with them. It's like that nigga shit that I'm talking about, and working with people just because they're black, or you say you're from Detroit where my father is, and somebody saying that I need to fuck with you, but then you referring me to him, but you can't even give me no proof that he's what he told you he was. Now he's moved from Detroit to Atlanta. So I really didn't want to be out there like that, trying to interview people and start over and not really know. When you're telling me this guy is credible and he comes from where my dad comes from, and he knows the style of music, he knows how to really create the best music because you know the Detroit sound and you've been raised on it and you've studied it. You know, and then he could sing a little bit and he could play the keyboard, and he was saying he was also related to Thelonious Monk, and he has this wealth of knowledge as well as this bloodline of also having famous relatives. So I'm really just not wanting to hop around. I want to get the song done, at least get the first one out, to thank Teresa out. But I'm noticing this and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's something wrong with me since I'm an amateur, so I would go ask other singers that knew my father and that were still singing the business, and I was telling them when I'm just not telling you. And they would even say, no, this guy is full of shit. And you never have a damp studio. You always have a cool, dry studio. And it's like, what? Open beams, raggedy basement, hot, won't give you the song? He was like, no, that's not the way real producers function, and that's not the way a studio and the expensive equipment is protected and maintained. This guy's not a professional. So it doesn't matter RPJ did the do stuff I didn't know. I started going to reputable, credible singers and other producers that have been doing this all their lives and that had did it with my father, male and female, and they're telling me it's not you. This guy is not what he says. So if you just want to go ahead and finish this up on a temporary level, you need to do that and move on, because it's something that's really not on the up and up. So I was constantly doing research and talking to people now that I know I'm right about what I'm saying about him. And then I didn't like how he would always say he was tired because he was working his 9 to 5, driving and retarded people around all day, and that he was stressed out about that. And his baby mama got like 3 or 4 little girls. You got girls, but you're doing this to women in the street and playing on women. You got to go home at night to take care of the kids so she can work at night. Okay, but you knew that before you booked the studio time, and then you did not fulfill your agreement to give me the studio time that I would pay for every time I was there, and I bought a witness to prove that I paid him every time I was there for the same amount of studio time. But it's like, after I paid you one night, I gotta talk to my dog because she's getting ready to be sued for sexual harassment. That's my bread and butter during the day, so I have to take this call. And I'm like, it's 8 o'clock at night, and you're just paying for studio time, so you have plenty of time to talk to her, but now you're talking to her on my time. Then after that, you talk for almost an hour while I'm standing there waiting, and you just got paid for that. And then it's like, well, we can't stay long now. You know, I got to go because my baby mama got to go to work, and I got to watch the girl. So I didn't edit your song tonight and mix it, but you know, I can do it at home. And then I wait, and I have the text that I can forward to you where I'm asking, why are you lying? And where's the interview that you recorded on your cell phone so I can use to promote and let the people know that I'm coming back and I'm working on new projects? I'm stressed, I'm tired, I fell asleep. Like, RPJ is always an excuse, and to this day, I still have not gotten the interview that I paid him to do on his cell phone, and he claims, I'm working on it, you know, I couldn't download the file, or I was tired, or I got home late, or I got to edit it. It was always an excuse after you got paid.
Well, I thought this guy, he was a reputable music producer. Multi-million-dollar award-winning music producers don't have day jobs where they drive handicapped people around for entertainment purposes.
I don't know any, and then when I asked reputable people about it, they said this guy don't have shit. He's obviously playing on people and taking advantage. It's just the level of lies that shocks me. Like, you blatantly lie and start bragging about major connections you have in Atlanta with major radio stations like B103, and you get access to all these exclusive events that regular people don't, and that you're performing in events that I haven't seen any videotape of you performing, and I didn't see you uploaded, but you told me you were there performing with other major celebrities. But just that this man could comfortably tell these big lies that so comfortably flow out of his mouth, that's what bothers me. And that's why I want people to know what a filthy, treacherous con artist that this is. And obviously he does this to women. And then when they figure out how he is, he obviously threatens them like he threatened me. You better keep my name out of your mouth. You better not talk about me no more. You calling St. Teresa for real. You know, like you gonna be fucking me up. And I guess because he's 6'6" and he looks like a big black devil chin nigga. He looks like the devil. All he needs is one of them jumpsuits on with the red tail and a pitchfork in his hand, because he looks just like a big black ass devil. So I guess he thought that shit would work on me, and that's why I immediately forwarded it to you and all of the men that I know, so they can read it and keep it on file to what he said, and they took it as a threat, just like I took it as a threat.
Well, I will tell you folks, if you guys want to check out the professionalism of this man, Jerron Anthony Monk, please go to the description box. There's a link to the my show page, Johnathan Steele Facebook show page. You can go there. You can see the conversation that this award-winning music producer had and how he conducts business. So go check that out. Go check out a couple pictures, and there is a link to his Facebook as well, so you can check out what the man is doing, what he claims that he should be doing as a music producer, CEO at 30 and Up Productions. So that's his claim to fame, and this is how he does business. Now, because he came reputable, and I think a lot of people don't understand that the reputations are in a lot of ways are everything. So he came with a lot of reputation.
Word of mouth. So, and the thing I want to say too, RPJ, is that I can send you the text to prove it. I have not spoken to him since July, and I did not curse him. I did not start an argument. I never sent an email calling him names, threatening, nothing. I looked him in his face, and after I was struggling trying to sing that day, the songs that he did not edit properly, he didn't mix and master them, so they did not sound good enough to be released to the public. I looked at him, I said, this is my last day coming here. I'm not paying you. I'm not doing business with you anymore because it is so wet in here. I can barely breathe. And I'm so congested in the throat. I cannot sing, and I had to keep leaving the booth, spitting, taking my cough syrup, taking my nasal spray, blowing my nose. And it's like the more I cleaned my upper respiratory out, the worse it got, because it was so humid and wet and hot. And I said, I can't. Well, you just sensitive, and nobody else is having a problem in here but you. And I said, yeah, but I'm the only one having to open my mouth and take deep breaths and sing. You all are just breathing regularly, having regular conversations. And if it doesn't get to you now, it will get to you later, because it's probably black mold in here. And I'm glad I'm more sensitive to it. I'd rather get sick now than later.
Right.
I cannot. There's no way any person that has any integrity and is serious about their career will work in a place like this. This is the last day I'm coming. I'm not doing business with you anymore. I'm not paying you. Send me my songs, and I will use those, and I'll find someone else to work with. I calmly, like a grown woman, said that. in front of witnesses. And I didn't contact him anymore. I asked him after that, I did contact him in text saying, where's my song? Where's the interview? Why do you keep lying? And then he takes a long excuse. I don't want to hear the excuse because you got paid. You have the songs and you were supposed to do the work and clean them up. And I was just always an excuse. So I just stopped texting, and I said again in the text, when he finally sent them to me, you could tell he had not done anything to the song. And I couldn't put them out publicly because they sound a mess. Right. You can hear the breath. He didn't edit them. He didn't mix them. He didn't master them. I just said, you know what? Just trash them. Because at this point, I can't put them out publicly to promote. Right. It's based on what I do. I calmly let him know that no argument. So I'm saying all that to say, there's no email I'm hiding from you. There's no text I'm hiding from you where I said or did anything or made any threats to provoke him. And if I'm lying, he needs to release them to the public. I, like a grown woman, declined to do business because of what I have explained. And I haven't spoken to him. That's why I was shocked when last Friday, I think it was last Thursday, Friday, I did this. And I immediately sent it to you and all the men I know, because he lives in Atlanta. Because unlike the other two women that told you he did it to them, honey, I'm not scared of him because he's a big man. I really think he's a coward and a punk to threaten a 5'2" woman that you did bad business with. And I see you're a fucking liar and a user, and you play on women that want to help build up their music career, want to learn to become singers, and he tells them the stuff like he told me, and then probably screwing them, and then fucks them over. And then when they decide they confront him, and they see he ain't what he said, and then because he did say, and there's no need to take this public either. There's really no need to take this public. And that was like in July, and I didn't say anything, but I'm saying, you know what, this nigga done did this before, because you talked all the shit and you wanted to argue with me on the phone, and then said, and there's no need to take this. I knew then that he didn't want the public to know, and that this is what you do. You a sorry tacky ass nigga that's a drunk and a drug addict and a compulsive fucking liar. And then when people get wind of it, he starts to threaten the women to stop them from going forward. But I feel the totally opposite. If you're going to threaten me for something that I know that I didn't do, I did good business with you, and you fucked me over, then I'd rather go public and let everybody know, because it looks like an intimidation tactic on someone that you think is weaker because they're a female when you know you fucked them over and you're a con artist. So instead of doing the right thing, then you try to make it look like it's them, and then you threaten to do them harm, where you're going to have to continue to threaten me. Really, like I told you, you're going to have to do it, because I know I'm right, and I know what you did was wrong. And I was there just to do good business and do my father's music. But you took this somewhere else, and I knew I had a feeling he had done it before, and that's the way he stopped people from letting the public know. And now you tell me the other two women are afraid to come forward.
Yeah, I didn't tell. Yeah, folks.
To be afraid.
Yeah, folks. Since I did this show earlier this week, maybe it was Monday or Tuesday, we did this show. Sort of did the show. There are two. I didn't really want to go into who they were just yet, because I want them to come on to the show eventually, and eventually I'm going to have, I hope to at least have one of the two so far. And they contacted me through YouTube, and I tried to get them to exchange numbers so that maybe I could get them to corroborate a little bit what's going on. And I will tell you, one of the people who had a little conversation with me back and forth said that, you know, he did put on the same gruff, bravado, tough guy bullshit talk with another woman. Now, I don't want to go into who these people are, and I don't want to put out their stuff before they're ready, because I want this to be legit beef. I mean, I don't want this to be people just saying stuff. I want them to put their voices to it. But this seems to be something that has happened, and I myself reached out to the man, and I was hoping that as not as Alexyss's friend, as someone just trying to get a read on what's going on here in this situation, because it has gone a little bit publicly here. I wanted him to at least have, write to me what his thoughts were on this, and he has yet to respond to me. I did reach out to him, but I want you guys to go check out the messages, the text messages between Alexyss K, Tylor, and this music producer, Jaron Anthony Monk. There is in the link to the Johnathan Steele Facebook show page. I tried putting the stuff in the description box, but they wouldn't let me put it in. It's kind of long, so they wouldn't let me put it in there. But I want you to go to my Facebook page, Johnathan Steele Show Facebook page. You'll see the conversation. You'll see the man's face. You'll see a link to his Facebook page as well. So check him out. You can ask me all kinds of questions yourselves. Maybe we've all got it wrong, and these other people coming out of the woodwork are wrong as well. I will say that to be fair here, to be devil's advocate, I'm going to ask you a couple of tough questions. Despite the fact he came reputable, when you saw the conditions of certain situations, no AC in a recording studio, I've never heard of that before, ever. I mean, that they could be loud, like a loud AC, but it should be cool, calm place. When you visit him the first couple times and you saw the situation there, what was going on in your mind, and why didn't you pull the plug then?
I had confronted him, and when I came back the second time, it was cleaner down there. Okay. It was cooler. The air was circulating. I don't know if they opened the door upstairs and let the air blow through. The guys were not in there. There was no smoke in the room. There was no drinking. He was more professional that night, but then he pulled that shit with that beat. When I came in there ready to sing St. Teresa, and he was like, well, here's the same song that he made for you in Detroit, but it's much better. It's a 2016 version, because I got more creativity and more finesse than him. And I said, okay, that sounds nice. It sounded basically the same, just made a few little changes. And that's when he started going through, no, you're going to learn this now. Okay, before you go in the booth, remember, go up here instead of go down. Mm-hmm. Remember, go down there instead of go up. Just going to put that and I'm just like, I can't do that. That's crazy. Can you just email it to me? No. You can only listen. It was always some kind of little fucking trick. Right. RPJ. I'm just like, why is this guy playing games like this?
I think that he was trying to. I think that what he was doing was his attempt to milk it out long as he could. Like what? Yeah. So instead of giving you and having you be prepared, because now you're going in there, you're sounding like you're prepared. You sound like a person who you said you practice. So you sound like a person who prepares. So if you would have gave you the music, you would have came in there and finished up that album in a short period of time. And meanwhile, you're paying already up front for the day's work, the entire amount of money. And he wants this to keep going on because this is his hustle. Based on what?
You don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me. Just we'll work something out. If you don't have it, just come on anyway. I'll work with you. And I'm like, nah, that's not. I don't want to owe nobody. And I'm not no hard luck and no fucking charity case. Right. If I have to get a sponsor, I will pay you right there on the spot. I don't do business like that. Right. I do good business. And that's what I did. And it was paid for every time, and I brought him with me as a witness to verify that what I was doing with the money. And that's exactly what I did. And he was discouraging me about paying him. And I knew that was a bad road to go down, because then you would be able to refuse to give me my master, to jack me up, and then add more to what you say I owe. That is not a good position for a woman, unless that's how you get down. I know some women do get down like that. I wasn't interested in deviating. I just wanted to do business, and I wanted to do my father's music. So when I started seeing that little shit, like what you're saying, RPJ, I said, the second time I came back, I said, you know what? I'm not going to try to wait and learn the song and keep paying to come in the studio and learn it, and you refuse to email it to me. What we're going to do, because my dad's birthday is in like 2 or 3 days, I'm going to go in raw and I'm going to go in a cappella. Even though people don't recommend it, I'm going in a cappella. I'm not waiting on you. And so I scheduled an appointment and I went back in a few days. I took my friend back and we did an a cappella. And I felt like everybody was going to hate it and everybody was going to beat me up. I was totally surprised because they're not really used to that. You know, somebody actually doing something without music, and they loved it. They fell in love with it. So it was a calculated risk that I was just desperate. I'm like, no, my dad's birthday is June 9th, June 9th, Gemini. And I really wanted to give it to him for his present. So it was like 2-3 days from his birthday, and I said, no. We're going to do an a cappella whether you like it or not. You don't have to give me the music because I knew too, RPJ, it's easy for me to move on. So you can't say I owe you, you know, I can't use the song without your music. And you guys want to play your little games with the music and not sell it to me and not give it to me. Well, now we don't have that issue, for one, because I did a cappella. So I don't owe you shit. I paid you for your time. I don't owe you for the song. You really didn't do nothing to the song. You see what I'm saying? You didn't auto-tune me because I don't need auto-tune. All he did was just record it, make sure, you know, that there was no, you know, outside sound to it, mixed it. That's all. Just hit it with a little reverb, like I'm in a chapel somewhere. That's all. He didn't have to do nothing, no special effects to my voice. I don't need it. And then, secondly, RPJ, what he fucked up on me and realized is, if we had finished that project quickly, and then I started to perform in public, RPJ, you knew it wouldn't have been the end of the relationship because I would have constantly went back to him because he's the one that helped me create the original project. So he didn't even have to stretch it out and lie and play the little games and tell the little lies and do little tricks because I'm not used to people being loyal to me. So when I find people that are loyal, that's who I'm gonna fuck with. And he knew that. I'm like, if you help me do this and this as well, and people ask me for more music, then whatever I do and wherever I go, you're going to be the one that I always call no other producer. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you do me like that? It was just stupid to do me like that.
Because I think that he has, because this is not new to him. This is old to him. He knows that he has.
Let me also say this, since you're playing devil's advocate, let me jump in there. All the other people he's working for or that he's working with are not offsprings of legends.
Right.
The offspring of a legend. We were working on something special that is historic. All these other women that, at least I could be wrong, but you didn't say they said it to you in the email that there's this person's daughter, that person's daughter, they're recreating something that person has done, that person's an icon and that has made history. No, you treated me like a fucking nobody and a regular person, and that was a really calculated risk that ended up badly for you because I'm going to tell everybody, and I'm going to still finish the project. And it's going to be successful. And I will never fuck with him again. So you really should be more select. I don't care what celebrity that he say he fucking know. If you're doing this to women that you consider less than some celebrity that you know, then I'm sure you're really not working with these celebrities. If you have, you fucked over them too, and you probably already burned your bridges if you're not getting ready to burn your bridges. When you're a professional producer, because I know other people here that are also other professional producers, RPJ, that have worked with bigger people than him, they didn't even treat me that way. They're more expensive than him.
Right.
But they did not treat me that way.
You know why he was so fast with you is, I think, because he's had a shelf life. Like, he understands that his shelf life, because he's done the scam or he's done this piece of shit scam type work before. So he knows that he has a limited amount of time. So how he figures is, I'm going to keep, I'm going to play this out a little bit, but I know you're not going to come back to me. So I'm going to see how much I can pull out of you as fast as I can.
I put it in 1 month. I cut it in 1 month. I could see
Good.
through the shit, and it was just so deplorable. And he kept saying, well, we're remodeling now. This will be done by November. You know, the leaking will be gone. The sheetrock will be on the walls. We're going to have the air conditioning. And I'm like, I can't breathe this shit.
Right.
Until November. It's fucking June and July, and it's already, I cannot deal with the condition. I already know this is not professional. This is not the way that you keep a successful studio. That's not the way you keep your equipment in good condition. And then he would just get quiet and not respond. And I was just like, I said, this is the last day. I looked him dead in his eyes. So I didn't work with him 2, 3, 4, 5 months. I love to cut bullshit down real quick now and see through it quickly. So I already knew from the first day we weren't going to do a whole album because I didn't like what I saw the first day. I'm like, let me just do one song instead of not being out here driving around this fucking heat trying to find somebody to just, let me just get the one song done and then I'll acapella and I'll figure it out later. But I already knew that 1 month, RPJ, what I'm telling you, I only saw in 1 month. And I knew it was a wrap. So I didn't really care. I'm like, you know what? Since money means that much to you, it really wasn't that much, not to me in the long run, what you're going to lose in the long run. So if you want to do that to me, you don't want to give me my interview tapes, you don't want to edit and mix and master the songs that I recorded there and give me quality work, and it's always an excuse. In the long run, you're going to lose more than I lost, because I'm never, ever going to fuck with you no more, refer nobody to you. And I was keeping it quiet until he sent that fucking email the other day and threatened to keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch, and your funky bitch. Okay, you nobody, really, you're right, I'm nobody to be fucked with, and I'm nobody that's fucking scared of you. It's because I'm a woman and you're a 6'6" punk, black devil, nappy chin, nappy hair chin motherfucker. He got his haircut on his chin, pointed, just like a goddamn devil pitchfork on the bottom of his goddamn chin.
Well, as a journalist, I'm going to keep following this story because, you know, I don't want people to get duped by this guy. And if I've already had 2 people reach out to me and I'm a nobody, it's probably worse than I thought. But I want them to corroborate the stories. I want their voices to it. So if I can, I would at least like to have phone calls with them. So if they're out there watching now, they should already know that I've had Alexyss K. Tylor. They can look up. They know. They should know who you are. They can look you up quite easily. You're a reputable woman of some prestige, and that you tried to work with this man just recently and it didn't work out, and the man carried on and was trying to intimidate this man. So we're going to put I'm going to keep looking into this. Jerron Anthony Monk, but he's a CEO of 30 and Up, a music producer, and here now in Atlanta, or not me in Atlanta, but in Atlanta, in Georgia. So we're going to keep the pressure up. I'm going to keep looking into the story, and I hope people keep reaching out to me, or if not, or reach out to you or anyone or themselves. I hope they have the strength and the will. And, you know, dealing with a guy that big who got in your face, who tries to get in your face, or tries to be a nasty son of a bitch. And I want people to go check out the things that he said. This businessman who works with millionaires and award-winning music artists. I want you to go check out how he does business with his clients. And so go to the Facebook, Johnathan Steele Facebook show page. You'll see the conversation. You'll also see the link in the to his Facebook page. I want you to go check him out. You can ask him questions yourself, befriend him, whatever the case may be. Just check, take a look at this man who is I think, based on what I've gotten already, has done this for a few months, a few years, and has gotten away. So we'll keep this up. I will, when Alexyss, if anyone contacts me and is willing to go on air or willing to talk about it or willing to at least have a conversation with me, I'll let you know all about it. And we'll keep doing these type of videos. These type of shows going forward. So I want to thank you for that. And I do want to talk really quickly. What are your plans still to go forward?
No, I'm still finishing it. Like I said, it's like producers are dime a dozen in Atlanta. You have to realize where I'm at. I mean, everything and everybody around music and entertainment now is in Atlanta, so it won't be hard for me to find reputable people here to finish the project. I mean, I'm already talking to people that are interested in finishing it, so that's not an issue. It's not going to stop. You know, I'm not even bitter about the shit. You know, this has been a recurring lesson, and it's just making it clear to me that there's certain ways from now on, reference or not, that I'm just going to handle business. But at the same time, you don't treat me that way when I've done nothing but do good business with you, and then think that you're going to get away with it.
The name is Jaron Anthony Monk. He says he is relations to the legendary Thelonious Monk. I don't know if people know who he is, a jazz musician. So I'm guessing that I'm pretty. I don't think that's true. I don't know that not to be true. I haven't researched him and his bloodline.
Yeah, from what he said, I don't remember. You got to. I don't know if you can look it up or find us on his page. It's like not a cousin or a grandchild. It's like a great nephew or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Great nephew.
All right, I'll definitely do a little bit more research as a journalist into this situation for sure. Definitely.
Or yeah, even if we find his real relatives or his real sons and ask them, because I'm just like, why are you saying that you're related to Thelonious Monk, who's considered a legend, but then you out here cheating women out of their money and then threatening bodily harm if they expose that you're a liar and a con artist and that you cheated them out of money for services that you refuse to render?
So far, it looks like we might have something here because there's at least 2 other people who have reached out to me, and I just can't imagine there's just these 2, me being so small. And like I told you, and like I say, I think this is my perspective on it, not having all the facts, and maybe I'm jumping the gun. I don't think that I am. My thoughts on him is that this is his hobby. Now, his daytime job is riding around mentally disabled people, and then he has to entertain them for 8 hours a day. I
can hear them on the bus, on the little minivan that he drive them on, and you could tell that their mind wasn't right, you know, the way they were talking and chattering and shit on the phone. And I have some and I'm like, why don't you get that white man some water like that man begging? Shut up and sit down. You don't need no water. I said, why are you talking to that retarded man? Like, because he had a gallon of water, and the way his mind messed up, he don't know when he's full, or he don't know when he got so much water. Wow. And then he's like, are you gonna tell on me? I get in trouble. Why don't you pull over and get a goddamn man's water? Is it hot outside today? You know, then somebody else stand up there. Stop pulling your panties down. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So, geez. I doubt that he has been any of greatness, and I believe that this is his hobby of stealing money from people who just want to use the studio and they want something really done. And I am guessing that hopefully in a week or 2 weeks' time, I have someone who's going to come on air to voice their grievance, and hopefully they can help me corroborate this story, because I don't know them, so I have to make sure they can corroborate the story, because I don't want to go on with something bullshit.
You know what? That's what also bothers me about women. You know, because I've dealt with shit like this before with some nigga want to fuck over me, and then they threaten me, I'm going to do this to you, do that, and I decide to go public and tell my fans about it, and then my fans actually go behind my back and ask them about it, and they can't prove that I'm lying. And then I find out I'm not the only one, and then it's other women that they did it to before they did it to me, and then these women actually get scared and won't warn the public and won't tell anybody. And it's like women are so powerful, and many times women spend more money and they're the biggest consumers, but yet they don't realize the power that they have. I mean, even legal power, because this is even a legal issue what he's done. And yet these women choose not to speak with me, choose not to come forward and expose that I'm not the first person that he has taken money from, that he refused to render services based on deception. It was deceptive what he did. And these women are afraid of this big nigga and decide that, first of all, he's a coward to want to do this to small women, but then doesn't do it to grown men or have a conversation with a grown man or show you emails that I've been hiding from you to show you, wait a minute, she's been threatening me. She cursed me or she didn't pay me in his group. He's not sending you anything like that from me. He's avoiding you all together. But then the women confront us smaller females, we bitches, we ain't shit, and get the threat. And these women are quietly letting him do it. I'm the only one that's fucking saying something.
Yeah. You know, it would be so much better if everyone was just a little more courageous and thought a little bit bigger than themselves in that moment, knowing that this take advantage of other people. And if you thought a little bit about your fellow human being, your fellow man, like, you know what, you went through something messed up, you don't want that to happen to someone else. So I'm glad that people are coming out, especially on social media, to at least put a spotlight on people to say, hey, listen, what's going on here? There seems to be some irregularities here. And I want more people to do that. But I'm finding it out that it's very hard for not just women, for everyone to be courageous, strong, to give up of themselves a little bit to help, you know, their fellow man, or even help themselves, actually. So it's not easy to be courageous. That's what I'm finding out from people, all people, men and women. So it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna hope that I can, you know, correspond with people, and hopefully I can be persuasive enough to have them come on, at least with a phone call, and then hopefully in a few days or a week or however long it takes. You know, I'm gonna keep my eyes on the situation. I will be looking into as much as I can, and to see what we can get down. And maybe he has something he might want to say himself, but you know, eventually. So you have any final words on this particular situation, this young man? And by the way, folks, I want you guys to go check out the conversation that he was having at this a professional music producer at my show page. Johnathan Steele Show Please is in the description box. I want you guys to go check it out and see how he does business. See how he talks to people that are who are paying him, clients. And I want you to see how he speaks to little women when he's 6'6" and he being a tough guy from, you know, the tough streets of Detroit. So I want you guys to go check that out. It's in the description box. Also, there's a link to his Facebook page. Maybe you guys can get him to want to come on and talk to me, speak to me. I've already reached out to him, but maybe he'll come and speak to you speak to me through you guys. So you have any final words you want to add to this situation, to this man?
And you feel like it's not this time, it's another time, I will read these texts or penalties from July. That's the last time I spoke to him. When I kept asking him on July 21st, why did he keep lying about the interview? Why didn't you mail it to me? Where's my email with the 2 songs? Why do I have to keep asking you? Why do you keep lying? This is July 21st. And to this day, I still, now he emailed me the songs that were not edited, mixed, and mastered, so I have to trash them. But he never emailed, so it's really like I wasted my money, RPJ, you see what I'm saying? Because I sit there and use studio time for a product that you as a producer and engineer did not engineer.
Right.
Can't use them. So it's a waste of time, wasting my money. Can't use that. That's trash. And then I never received the file for the interview. And then it's a long ass explanation. There's a problem with Google Drive. The file is too big to send to Gmail. It didn't download properly. But this was July 21st at 11:04 a.m. And to this day, I still haven't received the interview that he shot from his cell phone.
Maybe I can. Hopefully, maybe when he reaches out to me, maybe I can persuade him to do so. I doubt it, but because he's most of these guys who once they start cowering, they usually keep cowering, so they don't know how to like man up and step up into like, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. I miscalculated. Let me do the right thing here, so I can get rid of this woman, so I don't have to deal with her anymore. At least that, step into that kind of manhood or adulthood. And take responsibility for that. But hopefully we'll get down to the bottom of that. So folks, make sure you guys go check out Alexyss K. Tylor. Go to her YouTube page. It's in the description box as well. There's a bunch of other people I have in the description box. I also want you guys to keep checking out the conversation of this Johnathan Monk, music producer from the streets of Detroit, now residing in Georgia. Check him out, see what's going on. Check out the conversation that this professional producer had, and hopefully we'll have more on this as we go along. So Alexyss, I want to thank you very much for stopping by and bringing this to the public, because the public do need to know, and I'm glad that you were courageous enough to handle it like this through the social media. So I'm really thankful, and you did a righteous and right thing by doing that.
Thank you for playing my father's music. That really made my night. It was such an honor. And when I finish the rest of it, if you want to do something like a listening party online, it would be so wonderful to do that, to play the music I've done and then go right behind it and play my dad's version so everybody can listen and compare. It was so fun. I'm not on the computer. I'm just sitting outside on the phone. People did give you feedback on listening to to my father's St. Teresa.
Oh, no, like I said, I read you. They was very positive. A lot of them thought it was you, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. They thought you had a very powerful and great voice. Your father sounded like you, because like I said, I wasn't even looking. And
I just thought you had got more feedback since then, since people really got to think about it.
No, I've been dilly-dallying, looking around for information. Maybe someone wrote to me, while we were on the phone here, while we doing this.
Please go over there on my St. Teresa on my YouTube where I sang it to my dad, and please click thumbs up. Please click a like, because I got haters over there trying to thumb it down. So if you like it and like the way it sounds, please go to my YouTube page where I'm singing St. Teresa to my dad. And if you put Gabe on the link, and please click thumbs up and support it. And I appreciate everybody that did and passed around and click thumbs up on it. And when you get a chance, RPJ, you can just listen to read like some of the beautiful comments that people are leaving me, and actually saying they want something for iTunes for the holidays, because I did one in the studio and he didn't edit it properly. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Right. That's on my YouTube page. I'm gonna also redo that, because they said they want that on iTunes for the holiday. So I got all these requests that have this stuff ready, and the year's almost over, and where they actually want to hear more. I'm so honored. I'm so excited.
I will definitely put a link into the description box for that, Teresa's. I'm going to put it in the chat room right now for people to run over there. Make sure to keep liking it if they haven't liked it already, and to keep and also subscribe to you as well. So I will put that in the link as well. So
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. So whenever you do this, do that, then I'm certainly on board with it. And I'm a big fan of yours, and I'm glad that you and I have turned out to be really good friends. So I do appreciate it. So you will never have to worry. I don't care what rumors out there that says that I did this, I did that. You can call me directly and say, well, hey, what's going on? And I go, hey, this is what's going on. I don't know what's going on, or I'll tell you what's going on. But you don't have to worry about that. I don't think that would demonstrate any type of jackass as a man. I think that I've been pretty consistent as a man all along. So I do thank you. That's why
I trust you, and I have so much respect for you. Thank you.
No, thank you, Alexyss. Thank you for shining on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the great and powerful Alexyss K. Tylor. Please go check her out. The link to her YouTube is in the description box, and I will, in a few minutes, put the link to the a cappella song she did of St. Teresa. So I'm really glad to put a spotlight on this situation. I want people to check out the situation. I want you guys to go to my show page, the Johnathan Steele Show page of Facebook. It's the links in the description box. Go there, check out the conversation that was had by a professional, quote unquote, music producer. I believe in my friend, but then I got corroboration from other people. I want them to corroborate on their own, whatever situation happened to them. So hopefully you can reach out to me. If you're not interested to coming out, I won't release your name. I won't, put down the things that you said, because I don't want you, maybe you don't want to be identified in any way. So if you are interested in having a say, or at least writing some words, I would love to have that and look into this man, or look into the situation. Maybe everything is completely wrong, and if the man reaches out to me, I would definitely hear him out. Hopefully it won't be no tough talk. Hopefully it'll be normal talking to another man-to-man conversation. Maybe there's a whole big miscommunication and everything will work out, and that too. So folks, that's it for my show for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow Saturday, I believe. And I think my show is earlier tomorrow. I would like to continue on with some other things that I'm doing, news-oriented shows. There was something I saw disturbing, and I was going to get into that, but I'm going to leave that as a separate news show by itself. So guys, check me out tomorrow. I'll be on, I believe, earlier, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. If not, I'll be on at 8, no later than 8 or 9. It's Saturday, so I might, I have a little bit of a life. Next week, Saturday, I won't be here. I'll definitely be out on a date for sure. I've already, planned that out. So that's going to be awesome. Folks, thank you guys for stopping by into the chat room and supporting me, supporting the show. And hopefully I'm doing it the right way, or doing it right enough of a way to have you guys still believe in me. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, folks. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your baby daddy, tell your baby mama. I don't know, tell your greasy grandma. That used to be a rank way back when. Your greasy grandma. And tell your greasy grandma to check out RPJ and the Johnathan Steele Show. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Not only RPJs, but all the incarnations of my show. I'm going to be doing more things on different channels. I'm going to be playing with the technology that I have, and hopefully I'll still keep getting supported with more stuff that I can get for the show. I desperately need another webcam that can work with I need another laptop too, but desperately need another webcam. I would love to have gone and took certain monies and already got the website down, but I need to be able to communicate on an easier, regular basis. So I'm going to take that money and either put it into a laptop and then into a webcam, or I'm probably get the webcam first, because I'm impulsive. So I'll probably get the webcam first, and then I'll get the computer, the laptop. And if that doesn't work and I can't get shit, and then I'm gonna get people also to help me work on this stuff. I still got that camera here, and I see how to work it. I know how to work it. I work it every day. I want it to be part of my show, so I still got more work to do myself. Keep believing in the show, and if you have a few bucks, drop it into the PayPal accounts. I have 2 of them. One Johnathan Steele, one Johnathan Steele 44. 2 PayPal accounts. It goes to 2 different banks. That's how it rolls. I have good bank situation. I'm poor as hell, but I have banks forever. So folks, I thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the show. I'll be on tomorrow at some point, sometime. My name is RPJ. My name is Johnathan Steele. My name is the God King. And this is the RPJ Show Live. And I didn't write that down in the title, did I? RPJ Show Live. RPJ Show Live. Well, of the RPJ Show. Of the RPJ Show channel. Thank you. All right, folks. Oh, I should play you a little bit of music. Although it seems like a lot of people here, maybe I should go on. Didn't have anything else to go in. I want to leave this kind of as a standalone show, and I don't want it to get crazy and stupid. And I guess I'll just leave it as a standalone show. I'm not gonna make it stupid. I'm not gonna let it turn into crap. It's a great show. I'm doing great work. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you guys for being here with me. I mean, you guys can do anything you want for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, hour. And you guys are here for as long as some of you guys have been here for. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys mean the world to me, because without you, there is no show. Of course, without me, there is no show as well. So it kind of works hand in hand, you know how that is. And yes, I'm corny, boring, poor, and old, and stupid, stink, smelly, rotten, Bigfoot, Littlefoot, everyone a foot, old MacDonald had a foot. E-I-E-I-O. All right, folks, let me get out of here because I'm turning the show into a nursery rhyme. All right, folks, I'll see you guys later. Later.